This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. Good news for you. It is Friday. Glad you're with us. 10th day of the month. I'm Ray Collins, and no one is happier about Friday than this man, folks, John Scalzi.
Loves my Fridays.
You talk about Fridays starting on Monday usually.
Yeah, any Friday's fine for me.
Right.
Yeah, I love it a lot. We have across the region a little bit of cloud cover across the area, but not too terribly thick, but sufficient to keep our temperatures up just a little bit. Now, if you look at these dew point values, you can clearly see that the numbers are lower in the northern part of the state. That's because the frontal boundary itself, which we would like to see push further to the south, is basically sitting over us right now. It'll gradually be drifting to the south, and our dew point values will lower a little bit. But as I mentioned yesterday, this front is not going to be a great big one. Not much in the way of any rainfall across the region, and our daytime high temperatures will top out a little cooler today, coming in around the 80-degree mark. Complete forecast details coming up in a few, Ray.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic right now in Manatee County. Not much to speak of at this hour of the day. A little blip at State Road 70. That should clear up, though. Also, just for fun, well, we'll check that next half hour. You'll see then Fruitville Road in the eastbound lane from Honore toward the interstate. Beware of that on Fruitville. And then our South County map will show us not much to speak of at 5:02 on your Friday morning. Our top story, an unusual search in eastern Manatee County after a possible sighting of a tiger or tigers in Mayaca City. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office received a call last night about someone seeing several large cats, possibly tigers, off Crosby Road. Deputies and Florida wildlife officials responded. Investigators have checked captive wildlife facilities as well as homeowners who have large cats, and all of those have been accounted for. FWC officials are urging those who live in the area to use caution.
We are following up on leads as we speak from residents in the area, but to this point we have not been able to confirm any sightings.
If you live out there and you do see something, you're asked to call the Sheriff's Office or FWC. A major makeover is in the works for Selby Gardens, but the project is facing some opposition. Our Rick Adams has the story.
Maurice Selby Botanical Gardens is embarking on a $67 million 10-year plan that will completely upgrade and transform their 14-acre property on the Sarasota Bayfront.
It takes our living plant and preserved plant collections and moves them out of the flood zone. And the second part is it gives some organization and really helps orient people to get around the gardens much better.
Kirby says the plan will take place in 3 phases, which includes the removal of several buildings to make way for more green space and also the building of a 5-story parking garage. The parking garage has some folks who live close by concerned about traffic. Tom Lazier's family has lived in the Hudson Bayou neighborhood just blocks from the property since the 1920s. Lazier has also served on the Board of Trustees for Selby. He tells us residents should not have any concerns with this project.
It puts the parking into one logical location and creates a flow in and out of the property that doesn't exist today.
Lazier is one resident who can't wait for the transformation of Selby Gardens to take place, especially because he says they now have their eye on the future.
Employ green building technologies, solar arrays, living walls. It's just really exciting stuff that we really haven't seen around here.
Selby will be getting money for the project through a major fundraising campaign. If all goes according to plan, work on the project could begin within 3 years.
We've got a lot of excitement. We've been talking with neighbors. I think there is a general excitement. We've got some work to do to be able to make sure everyone is happy and finds the plan appeasing to the neighborhood.
Reporting from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Another undercover sting by Sarasota police. This one involves prostitution. Undercover agents arrested these 3 men for solicitation on the North Trail. They include 64-year-old Carol Wright of Bradenton, 75-year-old Dennis Sneary of Bradenton, and 20-year-old Jose Uribe of Sarasota. This comes the same week police made over a dozen arrests in an undercover drug sting. The search is on for a car burglar or burglars in Lakewood Ranch. The sheriff's office says someone broke into several unlocked cars in the Central Park area near Lakewood Ranch Boulevard North near State Road 70. They remind you to lock your car and remove any valuables in sight. If you can help, call the sheriff's office or Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. Consumers are being warned to be cautious before buying gold. A Northport pawn shop recently bought some gold bars they thought were real. After the purchase, they ran a test and realized the gold was actually fake. Now they're hoping to warn others and take items to a professional jeweler to be tested before buying it.
I can tell what the metal is while you wait. So it's 100%. You can't guess if it's gold or not.
It's unclear whether the man who originally sold the gold to the pawn shop knew the gold was fake. After a pair of controversies, the head football coach at Southeast High School has resigned. Head coach Rashad West was top man for 2 years there. His resignation comes after Southeast was placed on probation for their post-game fight against Hardee High School last month. The school also had to forfeit 6 regular season games after the Manatee County School District learned about an academically ineligible player who took part in those games. The search for a new coach at Southeast will begin immediately. A judge sentenced former Sarasota County Sheriff Deputy Frank Bybee to 15 years in state prison. Last month, a jury convicted him of kidnapping and exploitation of the elderly. It's all about Bybee's relationship with an older woman he met during a routine call last year. Sheriff Tom Knight came across the street to witness the sentencing. The judge, Donald Mason, who was brought in for the case from Charlotte County, spent 30 years himself in law enforcement and said the following afterwards.
You've heard every one of these people sitting in this court today with a uniform on. You've heard every single one of them. You've made their job that much tougher by your actions in a time when being a cop is a tough thing to be.
Besides the 15 years behind bars, Bybee will also be on probation for 10 years after that. The defense will appeal the kidnapping charge. Employees at a dairy farm in Okeechobee County are accused of animal abuse. Video shot by an undercover animal recovery mission member shows the alleged abuse of cows on the farm. The employees can be seen pushing and kicking the animals. The head of the farm has already taken action against the alleged animal abusers. One has been fired and 2 others have been suspended.
Read and sign off on an animal care paper, okay? So we are very concerned about animal welfare.
An investigation of those employees is underway, and Public Supermarkets is suspending deliveries from that particular dairy. The state will bring in an outside firm to investigate a state senator accused of sexual harassment. 6 women accused Senator Jack Latvala of groping or making demeaning comments about their bodies. Latvala released results of his own polygraph exam. It concluded the Clearwater Republican was being truthful when he denied that he had inappropriately touched women. Senate President Joe Negron authorized an investigation into the allegations that includes hiring an employment law firm that will begin the investigation next week. And Latvala will not be at tomorrow's Veterans Day parade on Anna Maria Island. He issued a statement as to why he won't be the Grand Marshal now. He said, "Veterans Day is about our fine veterans and not about me. I'd prefer the spotlight be on them." The parade on Anna Maria Island will go on as scheduled tomorrow afternoon. Starting today, Sarasota County will launch an improved bus route for beachgoers in Englewood. The change comes from feedback from community and area businesses. So Route 26 starts at 10:45 a.m. on Hosmer Avenue and Spruce Street, travels to Dearborn Street, and then to the beach roundabout at Englewood Beach. The route will operate Friday through Sunday until mid-December, and then run 7 days a week after that. Florida regulators approved a 9.5% drop in worker compensation insurance rates. The new rates are scheduled to take effect January 1st. The National Council on Compensation asked for a slightly smaller decrease. A year ago, workers' compensation rates were hiked up because of concerns about rulings from the Florida Supreme Court, but regulators say that experience and new data showed that the rates did not need to be that high. Some Suncoast students honored veterans yesterday at Fruitville Elementary School. Teachers are making sure students are well aware of our veteran sacrifices, with Veterans Day approaching on Saturday. Students brought in their parents, grandparents, or older friends who had served in the military. They passed out homemade flags right there, sang songs, and made the vets feel quite special. We talked to a soldier and a student about the importance of yesterday's event.
I was very grateful for the kids bringing us in here that they understand what we did and what we've been through, and it's good to know that they're teaching the kids.
So why do you think veterans are special people?
Well, they all defend our country and they fight for us, so I just think they really help our country altogether.
Veterans Day, by the way, is always held on the 11th day of the 11th month to mark the end of major hostilities in World War I. It's spread to celebrate all veterans after World War II. In honor of Veterans Day, the Sarasota Kiwanis Club will host its 4th annual Veterans Day breakfast today. That breakfast will take place at 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at the Sahib Shriners on North Beneva in Sarasota. Proceeds will benefit the Sarasota Kiwanis Foundation and Veterans Services at USF's Sarasota Manatee campus. And so many other events are going on today before Veterans Day. Other schools honoring our vets include Pineview, Tatum Ridge, and the Sarasota Academy of the Arts, all before Veterans Day tomorrow, which we'll continue to cover right here on ABC 7. And I'll be out there in Longboat Key tomorrow with Jacqueline. There's a parade at 2, and then a discussion with veterans and the public after that at a nearby church.
Very nice,
Yes.
very nice. And the weather should cooperate too, it looks like.
Good.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be just fine. Maybe a few passing showers, that's not out of the question, but otherwise it should be pleasant with maybe some lower humidity, which would be nice. Talk about that in a second.
Very nice. Also, first alert traffic and a preview of other events going on this weekend with Linda Carson. And later in the hour, a Republican Senate candidate is facing sexual misconduct allegations. The story on the way.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local boys and girls clubs. Great futures start here.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-683-9262.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we are looking at 68-degree air temperature with a dew point of 66. A northeast wind comes in at 7. We have a frontal boundary which is basically moving right over us at this hour. The north-northeast wind will switch even a little bit more northerly as we head into the mid-morning. That'll take the thin clouds that have been around and eventually let us yield to a little bit more sunshine, and the sunshine, of course, will start to heat things up. But still, it'll be fighting against that northerly wind flow, the heating of the day, and consequently will be a little bit cooler than we were 24 hours ago. Believe it or not, right now, we're actually a little warmer than we were 24 hours ago, thanks to the cloud cover and the winds kind of stirring things up a bit. 68 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish at 66, Bradenton at 67, Lakewood Ranch at 68, so Sarasota, Venice at 69, 69 Longboat Key, and Inglewood coming in at 69 as well. The frontal boundary continues to press south today. We have a secondary frontal push that'll be coming through today as well, but that'll just basically fall apart. And what we'll notice is as high pressure builds in, our winds over the weekend will become increasingly out of the northeast. That may transport a few showers into inland areas and bring in about a 20% chance of an isolated passing, quick, fast passing rain shower tomorrow, possibly. Then on Monday, another front will come through, whisk all this away, and we'll be left with a series of beautiful rain-free days and a little bit lower humidity, a little bit cooler temperatures. So with each passing front, our temperatures lower a degree or two until we get to the beginning of next week, when we'll have daytime highs in the upper 70s, which will be really nice, I think, considering what we have been experiencing. So we'll watch this occur. Lower humidity tomorrow will become a little bit breezy tonight, and we will see a small craft advisory issued tonight across the region. So taking a look at Titan radar, there's just not a lot of action here. Everything looks pretty quiet. We do have some showers over on the other coast, but that's about it. The heavier rainfall that was moving through parts of the deep south yesterday, gone. That is now out of here. But the colder air sinking southward is producing some very chilly temperatures for parts of the mid Great Lakes regions and eventually into the northeast today. In fact, snow showers are in progress now from about Boston northward. And as you head into tomorrow, I think you'll probably see some daytime highs in the 20s in the northeast. So we're doing pretty good around here. The futurecast shows the front kind of moving through, and eventually the wind's kind of switching more to an easterly direction, helping to push a few more clouds and maybe an isolated shower in this direction by Saturday and Sunday. So we'll put in slight rain chances for those 2 days until the next front arrives on Monday and whisks everything away. North wind coming in at about 15, increasing to 20 tonight. That'll build our seas to 4 feet later in the evening. 20% chance of showers on Saturday and Sunday. And then as we head into next week, pretty nice, actually. Daytime highs in the upper 70s, right?
Very nice. Thank you, John. Unusual back up there. If you look to the left side of your screen right now and follow Cortez Road out over to the beaches, you'll see on Anna Maria Island, you'll see some slowdowns there in the northbound lane. Lots of folks getting an early start on the weekend, perhaps. Not sure what that's all about. Let's check farther south now into Sarasota County. Nothing much to speak of right now. Build up there in the Siesta Key, actually. Same thing there. Then farther south, in the final map, we'll see all clear at 5:18 on your Friday morning. Well, certainly a busy weekend on the Suncoast, from sand sculptures to chalk festivals to the opera. Our Linda Carson has a preview in this week's Suncoast Scene.
Amazing works of art are springing up on Siesta Key as 24 of the top sand sculptors in the world are here to compete in the 8th annual Siesta Key Crystal Classic Sand Sculpting Festival.
The centerpiece is pirate themed because Siesta Key is a Florida treasure. We're going to light them this year with colored lights. They're multicolored lights. First time we've ever done it, Friday and Saturday night.
The works of art will take your breath away, and they are surrounded on the beach by a world of fun.
We have bands here the whole weekend. We surround the sculpture garden with vendors of all kinds, food and beer, and we have a party tent over here.
World-renowned sand sculptor Matt Long is back for the 8th year, and he's hoping to take home a trophy.
The basis for our sculpture is a Swiss Army knife. It may have some female components where we might call it a Swiss Army wife.
Better keep an eye on his work. He walks away with a lot of awards.
You really have to see these works of art to believe them. The Crystal Classic here on Siesta Key, November 10th through the 13th. And if you're looking for something uplifting and inspiring this weekend, come hear Anu Tali conduct the Sarasota Orchestra.
This concert, this weekend, is probably one of the most pompous and the greatest program that Sarasota Orchestra has perhaps performed throughout my time here.
And what they're performing is?
The enormous, the the unrepeatable Mahler 5, which is an incredible love story, and it's actually a changing point for Mahler's composing style even, because it is not anymore this folkloric singing style, but it is a really symphonic thinking that includes a big sort of love letter to love of his life.
And artists from 20 different countries are working their magic at the Chalk Festival in Venice. There's a curated section this year.
That's going to showcase the traditional 2D pastel work that was the foundation of street painting to begin with.
And a Chalk Festival museum. The 10th annual Chalk Festival here at the Venice Airport Festival grounds Friday through Monday. Now this is something you can really get your teeth into. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, great closing shot. Thank you, Linda. Still heading Good Morning Suncoast. A handful of Amazon branded pop-up stores will be rolling out at select Whole Foods. We'll tell you where. And next half hour, President Trump moves on to Vietnam, where he finds an unlikely ally. Those stories and more when we come back.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Pretty shot of the Rosemary District and downtown Sarasota off in the distance. If you have any great shots of sunsets or sunrises, make sure you send them our way. We'll put them on our Facebook pages. You can check out our page, Ray Collins, ABC 7. Some fresh content on there. Take a picture of last night's sunset, in fact, and you can see it there. Also, John Scalzi has plenty of weather information as well. And also, when you get a chance, update our app. We have a new app now, so go to the App Store at WWSB or My Suncoast, and you update that. Got all the breaking news delivered right to your cell phone. 5:23 right now. Apple says it has fixed that autocorrect bug that drove some iPhone users crazy. ABC's Candace Gibson and Diane Macedo have the story.
In today's Tech Bites, the I glitch is no more.
iPhone and iPad users can finally type the letter I again. Apple has released an iOS update to fix a glitch that autocorrected an I to an A with a question mark.
PayPal is making it easier for people to pay their share. The company launched a new service called Money Pools.
Users create a money pool, and other people can contribute. There's no fees if the money is given through a PayPal account. Credit and debit card contributions can be made for a fee. Amazon says it's going to debut pop-up shops inside some Whole Foods stores for the holidays.
Shoppers will be able to check out Amazon devices like Echo, Fire TV, and Kindle e-readers before buying them. Whole Foods says more than 100 of its stores now carry those Amazon devices.
So the corporate synergy has arrived.
Yep, you can buy organic granola and a Kindle.
Ah.
At the same time.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites. Brought to you by Walgreens.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Thanks for giving Leanne the strength to outrun her brother. Thanks for giving Victor the energy to be the rowdiest fan. And Joseph, the ability to see monsters. When you choose Walgreens, you choose to make a difference. Like how every vitamin and flu shot you get at Walgreens helps give life-changing vitamins and vaccines to children in need around the world and here at home. So really,
Happy Thanksgiving!
Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Okay, folks, let's get the lady of the house back on her feet and help her feel more strength and energy in just 2 weeks.
The complete balanced nutrition of Ensure with 9 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals. Ensure, always be you.
Just press clean and Roomba from iRobot gets to work, using 2 multi-surface brushes and power-lifting suction to grab and remove everything from fine dust to large debris. Daily dirt doesn't stand a chance. You and Roomba from iRobot, better together.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Do you have type 2 diabetes, which requires daily blood monitoring? If you have diabetes, are you on Medicare, Obamacare, or other health insurance? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for diabetic testing supplies at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. Our accredited staff will handle all of your paperwork for free. And best of all, your diabetic testing supplies are shipped directly to your home for free. Call now to see if you qualify for a meter upgrade and a free pedometer to monitor your daily walking. Use alternate testing sites, a smaller blood sample, and even hear your results out loud. Will you qualify for diabetic testing supplies and an upgraded meter covered by Medicare, Obamacare, or health insurance at little to no out-of-pocket cost to you?
Find out for free by calling the Diabetes Resource Center at 1-800-394-1098. That's 1-800-394-1098, 1-800-394-1098.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure. Look it! Oh my goodness! This is exciting. We're on the hunt for something ancient predators left behind. Oh, there we go. And don't just look. Why, getting up close and interacting with the animals here is encouraged. Join us this week on ABC 7.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Today on Good Morning Suncoast, a setback for Republicans in the special Senate election in Alabama. We'll tell you about allegations against the candidate from decades ago. President Trump talks trade in Vietnam. We'll have the latest from a summit there. And the warning flags are up on Suncoast beaches. The reason? A rise in jellyfish. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. We are here for you indeed. It is Friday, the 10th day of the month. I'm Ray Collins. Should be a great weekend. We've got some nice big events going on. We've got the Chalk Festival in Venice this year. We've got the Sand Sculpture event on Siesta Key, 8th annual. So No excuse not to get outside and enjoy paradise here. Right, John Scalzi?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a beautiful day today, I think. We'll have no fog problems this morning, as we have had for several past mornings. That because, well, the temperatures are actually a little bit warmer this morning because of a little cloud cover, because the winds have been stirring things up just a bit. We have a front that's basically over us sinking southward, drawing down some drier air with time today. And so I think the afternoon is going to feel a lot more comfortable than we have seen in the past couple of mornings. Becky in Old-Mayaca coming in with 61 degrees. Richard in Northport coming in with 67. And satellite view, well, it's hard to see because we're looking at infrared imagery here, and we're looking at some low clouds. But you can see down near the surface of the Gulf waters, there's kind of a line of clouds extending out into the Gulf. That's our frontal boundary. It stretches across the state of Florida, separates the really dry air to the north with dew points in the 50s from what we've got right now with dew points in the 60s. Our dew points maybe a little lower than they were 24 hours ago, but they'll be lower still as we head into the afternoon. No rain in the forecast for today. It'll be a dry one with the daytime high slightly cooler than yesterday by a few degrees, coming in around the 80-degree mark, I'd say. Complete forecast for the weekend in just a few, Ray.
Thank you, John. Unusual backup continues out there on Bradenton Beach, far left side of your screen. A little congestion northbound after you get off the Cortez Bridge area there. Not sure why traffic is being slowed down there right now. We'll check farther south now into Sarasota County and see some buildup on 41 southbound as you approach Clark Road. Also, Clark itself has some issues in the eastbound lane. Also a blip there on Bee Ridge as you head toward McIntosh. South County, though, all clear at 5:31 on your Friday morning. Our top story this half hour, the race for Alabama senator just took a sharp turn after one of the candidates has been accused of sexual harassment from decades ago. ABC's Janae Norman has reaction.
Bombshell allegations. Just a month before the Alabama special election for U.S. Senate, new claims Republican candidate Roy Moore made sexual advances toward teenage girls decades ago.
These aren't fuzzy memories. These are, women who are very certain and confident about what happened to them.
We spoke with one of the authors of the exclusive Washington Post story in which 4 women say they had romantic encounters with or propositions from Moore when he was in his mid-30s and they were teenagers, including one who was just 14 years old in 1979. Now 53, Leah Korfman says Moore took her to his house on 2 occasions, and on the second visit, he took off her shirt and pants and removed his clothes. He touched her over her bra and underpants, she says, and guided her hand to touch him over his underwear.
Crime, corruption, immorality, abortion, sodomy, sexual perversion sweep our land.
The controversial judge is denying the claims, saying in a statement, the Obama-Clinton machine's liberal media lapdogs just launched the most vicious and nasty round of attacks against me I've ever faced, adding, I will never give up the fight. Overnight, Steve Bannon reacting to the news.
But it's interesting. The Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped that dime on Donald Trump is the same Bezos, Amazon, Washington Post that dropped the dime this afternoon on Judge Roy Moore. Now, is that a coincidence?
But fellow Republicans expressing outrage.
If there is any shred of truth to these stories, you got to step aside.
The White House saying if those allegations are true, Moore will step aside, but his name would still be on the ballot. They're already being printed, absentee ballots already sent out, so another Republican candidate would have to be written in by voters. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
The Department of Homeland Security warns that terrorists might start using drones to carry out attacks. The agency said in an advisory bulletin that overseas terror groups are using new tactics that includes unmanned aircraft and chemical agents. The DHS says terrorists are communicating with each other on encrypted social media applications. The bulletin calls the current environment one of the most challenging since 9/11. Walmart is on the way to hiring 250,000 veterans. The company announced that it has hired 188,000 veterans since 2013. That's the year it first pledged to hire thousands of ex-military service members. A Walmart spokesperson says 26,000 of those vets have already received promotions. Wineries around California are continuing their recovery after wildfires devastated the region. 39 people were killed in Napa, Sonoma, and Mendocino counties alone when the blaze ripped through last month. Wine country itself was mostly spared the wildfires. Only around 5% of land around the big three wineries actually suffered damage. But misconceptions are keeping tourists away, and that's something that the wineries are hoping to change.
Our skies are blue, air quality is back to normal, and we just want to show our Bay Area friends and our tourists that people are coming back.
The vineyards were mostly spared due to the irrigation systems, which act as a fire deterrent. President Trump attended an economic summit today in Vietnam, and as Karen Travers tells us, he outlined the U.S. role in that region when it comes to trade and growth.
President Trump arriving at the APEC summit in Da Nang, Vietnam. Trade and economic growth on the top of his agenda. Leaders here anxious to see what President Trump's America First policies mean for them in the wake of him pulling out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a regional trade agreement. The president saying when it comes to trade, he won't let the U.S. be taken advantage of anymore.
We will, from now on, expect that our partners will faithfully follow the rules just like we do.
It's a packed schedule for President Trump over the next 24 hours, but one thing is missing, a sit-down with Russian President Vladimir Putin. President Trump had said last week he expected he would meet with Putin, telling reporters he wants the Russian president's help on North Korea. The White House cited scheduling conflicts, but Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said it's possible and likely the two presidents could bump into each other and say hello. And the White House weighing in on an explosive political controversy back home. Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore has denied a report that he engaged in sexual activity with a 14-year-old girl in the late 1970s. Prominent Republicans are questioning whether he should remain in the race. The White House says if the allegations are true, then Roy Moore should, quote, do the right thing and step aside.
And spokeswoman Sarah Sanders told reporters on Air Force One that the president believes an allegation from years ago should not be allowed to destroy a person's life. Sanders says the president remains focused on his work here in Asia. Karen Travers, ABC News, traveling with the president in Da Nang, Vietnam.
And speaking of special elections, the White House hired a Polk County state lawmaker. Representative Neil Combie is resigning to take a job with the Department of Agriculture. Other candidates already plan to run for Combie's seat in Tallahassee. At first, it wasn't clear if he could keep both jobs, but it turns out he cannot do both. In Tallahassee, some state lawmakers are trying to make it harder for future legislators to raise taxes. They're seeking a ballot amendment requiring approval from 2/3 of the House and Senate to raise taxes and fees. Right now, tax and fee increases can be approved by simple majorities.
I still want to end up where the state's the best place to get a job. Your kids get a better education here, and people are safe here.
So if lawmakers go along, 60% of voters would have to approve it next year. The South Florida Museum has released a manatee back into the wild. Randall the manatee was in the care of the Bradenton Museum, as well as SeaWorld for the past year. He was found a year ago stranded in Camp Branch Creek, that's in Putnam County. After Randall's rescue, changes were made to prevent manatees from getting stuck in that area of North Florida again. There is concern of an increase in jellyfish here on the Suncoast. Most scientists have seen an influx on area beaches and waterways. They're not sure what brought the thousands of jellyfish to the area, but they say jellyfish normally move with the current. And since Hurricane Irma, the area's jellyfish population has continued to increase. Some people on the beach say they're not too concerned.
You know, I heard there was some in there, but I wasn't worried about it.
Nothing so far, but the other day when we came here, I saw a piece of a dead fish laying on the ground.
Well, the beach advisory flags are up, so people know to take caution about those creepy jellyfish. I don't like those things.
No, you ever been stung?
Stung by a stingray, that gave me enough fear. How about you?
I have. It hurts.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts a lot, you know. And I guess I don't know. I haven't been out to sea, but are they putting out little self-medicating like things that you can put on your body to eliminate the sting at the beaches? They have that in some beaches. I know in Hawaii they have those little amulets you can break and rub on yourself to neutralize the toxins in the sting.
I was once off the Keys snorkeling, spent a boatload of money to do this, and there was a jellyfish stalking me the entire time.
Ah!
Ruined the whole fun.
Jeez, looking over your shoulder the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, you know, just pay attention to lifeguard flags. They'll know where those jellyfish are. Certainly, it's the water temperatures are getting a little bit cooler, so you know, maybe they'll go south. Maybe they'll go south.
Let's hope. Yeah.
We have complete weather forecast for you in just a second.
Also, First Alert traffic and a look at the link between cancer and alcohol consumption in HealthSmart.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure. It's one of the largest mammals found here in the United States and also has one of the biggest conservation success stories. We'll meet Tonka, an American bison.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A 68-degree air temperature outside. We have a little bit of cloudiness out there, high-level cloudiness for the most part, with a few lower-level clouds out in Gulf waters particularly. That's helping to keep our temperature up just a little teeny bit. Our dew point value has fallen a bit and will continue to fall through the day. I think instead of seeing dew points today in the mid and even upper 60s, we're going to see dew points in the low to mid 60s, and that will make it feel different as we head into the afternoon, a little bit more comfortable. North-northeast wind comes in at about 7. Across the region, 67 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, same, Mayaca, Lakewood Ranch, all at 67. 68 degrees in Northport, 66 in Bradenton, 65 in Parrish, 66 Sarasota, Longboat Key, Venice at 69, and so's Inglewood. So we have across the nation today a frontal boundary that is basically cutting the state of Florida in half and sinking southward as we head through the afternoon. That's front number 1, and for us it will mean some slightly lower dew point values. Another front kind of washes away as it sinks south, and then we'll wait for a third front to arrive on Monday. That one will have some cooler air in it as well. None of these fronts have large punches of cold air. So we won't see a 10, 15 degree drop in our temperatures, not anytime soon. But we will see slightly lower dew points and slightly lower daytime highs, and that will be noticeable considering the fact that we've been above average for so long now that even an average temperature will feel cooler. And by early next week, we'll have slightly below average temperatures, so that'll be nice. Now, as that high builds in behind the decaying front that comes through later today, you'll notice a couple things. One, the wind speeds are going to pick up just a little bit, and we'll get that kind of surge in a wind that'll require a small craft advisory later on today. Starting at 7 o'clock tonight, you'll have that small craft advisory up. And then winds become increasingly breezy out of the northeast, pushing those showers from the Atlantic coast closer to the coastline. So we'll watch for that as well. High pressure will bring us a fair weather day, however, nothing in the way of any kind of rainfall today. Really going to have to wait till tomorrow before we can factor in any chance of a shower or two. Now, across the nation, yesterday we had some very heavy rainfall in parts of the deep south, producing some pretty good rains around the Atlanta area, around the hubs of Charlotte and Raleigh-Durham. Well, all of that has now moved offshore. It's all part of a system that is drawing down some very cold air for the northeast. They'll see feels like temperatures, wind chill factors. Tonight, that will be in the teens and 20s, so very cold air there. But that's part of the cold air that sank south yesterday and is now moving to the east. It's not diving south, so we don't get that cold punch of air with that particular outbreak of cold Canadian air. So the future forecast shows those showers kind of lining up to the south of us, and then the winds shift, and maybe a few of the showers work their way closer to us Saturday and Sunday, and then the next front will arrive here on Monday and kind of whisk all this away and bring us a continued period of some sunshine and fair weather. It looks like it'll be pretty nice conditions as we head into next work week. Boating forecast calls for a north wind at about 15, increasing to about 20 tonight. And with that 20-knot wind, you'll get 2 to 4 foot seas building to 4 foot with a moderate chop on your bay and inland waters. And the forecast for the weekend looks pretty good. Daytime highs, not too bad. 83 tomorrow with a 20% chance of shower. 82 on Sunday with about a 10% chance of showers. And then we'll get into the upper 70s next week. Ray?
All right, thank you, John. Well, the beach traffic still slow already this morning. Head start on weekends, perhaps. You'll see there at Bradenton Beach, northbound lane congestion as you cross over the Cortez Road area. Let's go farther south now and see if Siesta Key is also showing some activity. No, not really, but you do see 41 southbound as you approach Clark Road showing some congestion. And then farther south, our final map will show us nothing to speak of at 5:48 on your Friday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, the nation's top cancer doctors are now saying that even one alcoholic drink a day could increase your chance of cancer. Kim Hutcherson explains.
Most of us have heard to always drink alcohol in moderation. The 2010 Dietary Guidelines for Americans defines moderate drinking as 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men. But now, the Journal of Clinical Oncology says that drinking even a little bit can increase a woman's risk of breast cancer and a common type of esophageal cancer. Alcohol can cause an increase in estrogen, the essential hormone connected to the development of breast tissue, which could affect the risk of breast cancer. People who consume roughly 3.5 drinks or more a day are 2 to 3 times more likely to develop certain head and neck cancers and liver cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, alcohol can act as an irritant. Damaged cells trying to repair themselves may lead to DNA changes linked to cancer. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Other health news, a higher number of people are signing up for Obamacare. 600,000 people signed up in the first 4 days, far outpacing last year's rate. Nearly a quarter of those were first-time enrollees. The Trump administration is trying to replace Obamacare. In addition to cutting advertising and support for enrollment, the administration also cut the sign-up period from 3 months down to 6 weeks. Is clutter making you crazy? If so, fear not. Here's some help. You can actually improve your health by getting rid of those unnecessary items, and it's easier than you think. If you find this hard to get rid of things, you might be chronically distracted by it, and trying to manage it might further stress you out. So here are some helpful tips to address the problem. Ask for help. If you have a hard time letting go of things, get someone else to make the decisions for you. Set some rules. For example, a good ground rule for deciding on clothes: if you haven't worn it in 2 years, throw it out. Break it down. No, don't sing. Plan on tackling one closet or one room at a time, or one category at a time. It's also less stressful if you take it one step at a time, and have a plan. Sort your items into 3 piles: keep, donate, or trash. And then the trick is follow through with that plan. I actually love throwing things out. Still ahead, your top local news headlines, and a Pennsylvania man's tree getting quite an honor in the coming days. We'll tell you where it's going after this.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Welcome back. Here are the top headlines on the Suncoast today. Former Sarasota County Sheriff Deputy Frank Bybee will spend 15 years in a state prison. A judge sentenced him yesterday for kidnapping and exploitation of the elderly. Concerns in eastern Manatee County about possible sightings of tigers. The Sheriff's Office and state wildlife officials are warning residents in Mayaca City to take caution. And a rise in jellyfish sightings causing lifeguards to put up warning flags on Suncoast beaches. Experts from Remote Marine blame the shifting tides. And finally, this year's Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is going out to the Big Apple now. The 75-foot, 13-ton spruce was chopped down in State College, Pennsylvania. It was growing on the property of Jason Perrin. Back in 2010, he found out he had a Christmas gem in his backyard. After 7 years of caring for the tree and giving it more time to grow. It's going to go to New York now. Once the holidays wrap up, it's taken down and the tree will be milled into lumber for Habitat for Humanity.
The holidays are always important to everybody, I believe, so it was, I was excited that, you know, millions of people would get to enjoy the tree and that eventually it would be part of somebody's home.
Once in New York, the tree will be covered in 50,000 lights and then crowned with a star at the top. It'll be lit later on this month on the 29th and stay up until January 7th. That is a big property to have a tree that big. I know you've got a lot of trees in your property, but none like that, do you?
None like that. No, sir. That's pretty impressive. It's always fun to go to the Rockefeller Center and see that tree out there. It's just really gorgeous.
It's a festive time of year to be there for
that.
It is. Yeah.
Everybody, you're going to hear voices from all around the world coming there to see that tree. It's just so impressive.
Yeah.
We got some pretty impressive trees here on the Suncoast.
Yes, we do. And you're a big arborist, aren't you?
You know, I try.
New word for the day, arborist?
I try.
Yeah.
I try. I'm actually going to take a tree climbing class to see.
Tree climbing class?
Yeah. So you can get up in the tree and kind of doctor it up a little bit. It's going to be fun.
A class that teaches you how to climb?
Right.
You are a Renaissance man.
I don't know. My wife thinks I'm crazy.
Well, others might too, but that's good for you.
A complete weather forecast for you in a sec.
From John's forecast, also lots of events this weekend on the Suncoast. Details of that and more local news after this.